Hey everyone, welcome to another vlog. I'm back in my apartment at medical school just for today. I had to actually change out the water on my fish aquarium. Luckily all the fish are living. It's been like 2 weeks since I've actually been here, so I was a little bit worried, but not so worried anymore. I think they're doing okay. I'm just waiting until the water kind of clears up and normalizes before I leave again. It's a 3-hour drive here, and now I have to drive 3 hours back. I didn't bring anything with me, and I don't plan on staying. But anyway, I had a really good holiday, a really good Christmas. I celebrate Christmas. And then the day after Boxing Day, for those of you that don't know, as I mentioned in the last vlog, my cousins from Ireland came over, and I actually had like a really good time. It was nice seeing them, nice talking to them. The last time I saw them was actually 6 years ago, and like now some of them went from 12 years old to obviously 18. So he's in university now, and it's just weird to see like how much things have changed. Everybody's doing really good. Again, had a really good holiday. This weekend, today is Thursday that I'm recording it, but this weekend I'm going to Seven Springs to snowboard for the whole weekend and then celebrate like the new year, obviously. And it's the first time I've gone snowboarding in a year, so I'm excited for that. Snowboarding is like one of my favorite sports that like I've ever done. I just think that I love the cold. Most people hate the cold and like in the winter time that are just upset about like the snow, but I love winter and I love the snow. I love driving in the snow. I love everything about the snow. So when I get to snowboard, I feel very happy. So actually I'm like really excited for this trip coming up. It's only like 3 days I think, but it's gonna be an amazing time. I really can't wait to go. Or I guess now when you're watching this, I had a good time. I'll be sure to let you know how it went. Hopefully, I'll tell you if I fall at all, but I don't plan on falling. I think I'm pretty good. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I think I'm pretty good at snowboarding, so we'll see. Other than that, nothing's really been different. I feel like I have to start getting back into school mode, which I don't really want to do because I just figured out relaxing. I know that I was kind of talking about that in the last vlog too, but I just finally like was able to settle down. I've been able to sleep in a little bit more and not really care about what's going on throughout the day, and just being able to sit and watch TV for like the first time in a long time. And then now that I'm doing that, I have to start getting back into school, and so I have to study things from the last week when we had finals. Like they were giving us new information when we were having our finals the last week. So nobody went to class, but they still decided to give us like stuff to learn, whatever. So I have to learn all that stuff and then start getting ready for next semester, which I'm actually looking forward to. I thought at the end of next semester we had to take boards, which are like I would guess like compare them to either high school graduate exams, like state board exams, or it's hard to say, like ACT, SAT, but it doesn't, like you take part of it year after year. It's hard to explain, but basically at the end of like the first 2 years and I guess your fourth year at medical school, you take a board exam which encompasses all the information that you've learned, and you have to do well on it so that you can get placed into a really nice residency and therefore get a nice job at a hospital. And it kind of decides on what you're going to end up doing as a physician. So like some specialties will end up having like really high board exams, like orthopedic surgery for one, and dermatology is another one. Very competitive programs. You need a really high board exam because it shows that you're like of the highest quality student, and because it's so competitive, because everybody loves those jobs. It's like kind of cushy jobs like dermatology. I'm not going to say it's not hard, but it's not as invasive, I would say, as some other things, and you don't see a wide variety of different things, as wide a variety as, let's say, a primary care physician or an emergency doctor or emergency physician or a trauma surgeon, something like that. And then orthopedic surgery, it's kind of like the same story. So if you get into a specialty and then your fellowship is, let's say, lower limb, all of a sudden now you don't have to worry about upper limb things, and you're going to end up doing like the same hip or knee surgery for like 30 years, like every day. So that can get boring, but it's also a really cushy job because there's not a lot of things that you have to account for. And you usually have a pretty good lifestyle if you get into a nice practice too. So that being said, I was really nervous for this coming semester because I thought I was going to have to study my ass off, pardon my French, to figure out like how well I was going to do and just like completely go as hard as I could. But we don't have to. So I found that out recently, and that makes me pretty happy. So anyway, now I know that I can focus on just like the tasks at hand and worry about things like volunteering more and getting into a research position for the summer. Luckily, we have the summer off, I guess luckily, but you have to kind of take advantage of that time, obviously. So even when you get into medical school, you're still kind of playing the same games of trying to make yourself look better and different than the other people that you're with. So you're trying to volunteer as much, if not more than your peers, and get research and get published. And it's kind of more of the same thing that you're doing in undergraduate for medical school, and the same thing that you were doing in high school to get into undergraduate. And you just keep playing the same game, and I'm sure that it's never really going to stop. So I'm not really looking forward to spending more time trying to do things other than school, but I think that I'm going to have to, and maybe it'll work out pretty well. We'll see. Finally, I really need to get back in shape. In high school, I was the 3 varsity athlete, and I played football, and I did swim team and track, so I kind of had a very physically fit body. And since undergraduate in engineering, when you're studying all the time, and now in medical school, when you're studying even more than all the time, it kind of goes away. But I know that based on my schedule and things that I'm doing outside of school and studying, that I can easily fit it in if I just took like less breaks, or if I went to bed a little bit later. And it's kind of a weird thing to try to say, well, I'll just sacrifice sleep, but I don't know, I feel like I can make that up on the weekend. I just really want to figure that out. So as the new year comes, I'll be like one of the other new year kind of resolutioners that go in, but I've kind of always hated those people because I usually go pretty often. Anyway, I'll be updating you on that too, letting you know how that goes. We start class back on the 9th, so I won't start directly on January 1st, but as soon as we come back. Hopefully snowboarding is going to help some, make me feel a little bit better about myself. But anyway, that's all I can really think of to update you guys on. I hope you all are enjoying your break. I'm definitely looking forward to going back to school and hearing from you guys. So until next time, I'll see you.